is hardly used now, but that's what we use in the mornings when we've opened the whole house at night to knock down the humidity.
Yeah, yeah. Humidity is always going to be with us around here.
Oh, around here for sure.
Yeah.
We'll go on up and then.
These are gorgeous stairs.
Yeah, oak here as well. Yeah, everywhere that we have hardwood floor, it's oak. Most of it up here is wall-to-wall carpeting. Let's start in the master bedroom.
Okay.
This follows the same pattern as the great room downstairs. Front of the house, back of the house. Little Philip here.
Huge room.
Very comfy. We finally got a roof put on this a couple of years ago.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Now, where that cell tower is, right straight out, the other side of that cell tower is Carter's Valley.
Okay.
Now, Carter's Valley on the Kingsport end crosses over into Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
The second set of hills beyond is in Southwest Virginia.
Okay.
When we're downstairs, when we're going out through the garage, we can look over and you can see the mountain at Gate City.
Oh, wow.
It's Clinch Mountains over there.
Yeah, yeah. Gotcha.
This is just mowed. I mow it once a year. It's the leach field for our septic. And what we do is I started something new this year in addition to bush hogging it. After I bush hogged it, I went around and everywhere that I had trees trying to grow, I treated them with copper sulfate to kill the roots. Now, it's the same thing that you use to get the roots out of your septic, except in this instance, I'm killing them on top of the ground before they get in.
Won't hurt a thing. That's right. Yep. Good deal.
Okay. So you go on through. When we moved in, we used this. This is jacuzzi. We used it once.
Yeah, it's about like us. We used ours once.
I talked to our builder, the guy that we had build a couple of our outbuildings and put the new roof on this house. I'll tell you about that in a minute. And he gave me a number close to $10,000 to take this out and redo this room. So I bought some oak plywood. This is red cedar that's cut here on our property. And I made a framework around the edges to lift the plywood up above the edge of the tub.
Oh, yeah.
I took out the faucet and the tap, stored them underneath. So a good, competent do-it-yourselfer could bring it back online in about 2 hours.
That's right.
Plumber, an hour. But
in the meantime, you got a great storage area. Yeah.
My wife weaves like you wouldn't believe. And this is a lot of our finished fiber. We have a lot of raw fiber as well. We haven't really gotten into the spinning side of it yet, but we've had opportunities to pick up wool, silk, and alpaca.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But anyway, this is finished fiber. Full shower here. This is Daddy's shower.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's a walk-in shower there.
Yep.
Yep. Gotcha. Tile. It's a fiberglass surround. Okay.
Yeah, and it's interesting because that pink fiberglass is the same thing that the tub is made out of.
Okay. Yeah. So it all matched at one time.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it still does. You got a closet here.
Walk in, walk through.
Oh, yeah. Cedar lined. Well, some cedar wall.
Cedar wall. That's good enough to keep the boogers out.
Right. Got a full bedroom here.
Full bedroom with an open wall closet. textbooks and
Closet
such.
back here. Wow, you do have a lot of books. There's views out this window from the same as the porch over here from the master bedroom. All right. As we're going through, we got bedroom.
Yeah, second walk-in closet here. Now I have customized this one a little bit because I took out, we got a lot of fabric, finished fabric, and we need a place to put it. This poplar's from this property too.
Okay.
I fabricated this shelving out of our poplar, and that gave us a nice place to keep all our fabric for sewing.
That's a nice big walk-in right there. And then you've got a bathroom here.
Well, not only a bathroom, but that's the full linen closet there on your right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a nice big linen closet.
And this has the only access to the attic of the main house.
Okay. Crawl entrance.
The attic is insulated to R30 with chopped fiberglass.
Okay. So full bath here. Fiberglass insert. Tub surround.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll miss one.
Oh, it's right there.
Here.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So we got this back.
Yeah.
Okay. So up here we've got three bedrooms, and then the fourth is down. And then we got ample storage everywhere. Very nice. All right. Oop. There we go.
Look, I'll come back for them.
No, just right here.
Actually, if we're going to go back to the cottage, I'll give my wife the high sign. She's sitting on the front porch reading.
Okay. Well, the cottage, we may run out of daylight.
I think so, frankly.
I can what I can do is I can kind of go through the video of the main house,
Mm-hmm.
and then explain things. Hey, when you come in, maybe we can go see the whole property as a
Right.
whole.
Yeah. Now this is the great room.
Oh yeah.
Now this basically has the same footprint as the master bedroom suite upstairs. A window in the front opens onto the back hill in the back.
Very nice. I like this room too.
Very comfy.
Got your views out front.
Now we will leave that if the buyer wants it. We've had that. I put that up in 2002, and that's expensive furring strip. And we've gone through probably a dozen different bird feeders.
Oh yeah.
But it's the same wood, and the only time that it's been moved is when we had the vinyl siding put on, and we had them put it back in exactly the same location. And that's just a source of infinite entertainment.
Oh, I'll bet.
Especially when the grandkids come.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that is really cool.
Okay, now you step down into the kitchen. Oh, first we got this gas logs here for intermediate days.
Oh right, okay.
When it's not cold enough to crank up the wood stove, you turn the gas ring on.
Right. And I've got one of those things in our den, and you have it on for 10, 15 minutes, and you're
smoked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when we moved in here, the people we bought it from had a smaller set of gas logs there, and they had two tall, slender tanks that together held 75 gallons. When we switched over and left off with the electric stove, we bought and had buried a 325 gallon propane tank.
Oh,
and we get it filled once a year. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And that takes care of all our cooking and whatever use we get.
It goes a long way. It really does.
We had that filled. Well, first off, underground tanks, you can get an extra 5%. Above ground, they fill them to 80%. Underground to 85%.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work for a propane company in Florida back in the 80s.
Okay.
So when we put that in the ground, we dug a big hole, mounted the tank in there, and then we used 6 tons of short mountain silica. The entire tank is surrounded by silica. So there's nothing can scrape it. And they give you a big brick of magnesium, and we bury that underneath to neutralize any electrical discharge.
Very nice.
Mind your step.
Garage. Okay.
Well, not just a garage.
Just a garage.
This is part of the technological masterpiece here.
Okay.
This is the hot water system, solar powered. That's a drain back.
Okay.
That's a drain back heat exchanger tank. This is the storage tank. This holds 90 gallons. That uses the same 15 gallons over and over again. It brings the heat down. This pump here pumps the water out of this tank up to scavenge the heat. And because of, I turned off the cold water feed to the electric tank in the house. So the only way it can get water is from this. And if it turns out during the day that the water in there is cooler than the water out here, this pump comes on automatically.
Okay.
And sends the hot water inside.
Totally. Nice system there. That's pretty neat.
Now, this was installed and we went live with this in November of 2005. And we saved so much on our electric bill. And this, you'll love this. This is one of my best stories. The engineer out of Asheville that designed all our systems was here in January of 2006. We were just finishing up the photovoltaics when the inspector from Holston Electric came, because they were sure we had put a jumper around the meter. Because I mean, literally, we cut 600 kilowatt hours.
Oh, wow.
In 1 month, just like that, gone. And they were sure.
I was going to see where your money is going.
Yeah,
where their money was going.
Yeah. So they came, and the inspector, she was a nice lady, and I was glad the engineer was here because he could take her through and explain to her exactly what we were doing and why the power bill went down. Because we went from having an 80-gallon in-house tank to a 50-gallon tank that we only use the electric on backup. This TVA had never seen, and our engineer gave me permission to give them the specs for this. This system, this is the pump, that's the return. What this does is it feeds an 18-inch in diameter fabricated copper heat exchanger that has been installed in the bottom of the cold air return of the downstairs heat pump.
Okay.
Now, the way electric heat works is before the heat part comes on, the blower comes on and runs for 2 minutes. Well, when the blower comes on, it immediately picks up the heat from the water and tells the thermometer, you don't need to worry. Don't start the big electric.
Right.
So I set this is an Aquastat. If you use hot water baseboard heat, you've got one of these on your furnace. This controls the temperature of the water that goes through. And I've got it set for 90 so that if the temperature in this tank ever falls below 90, we don't send it. We keep it. Because this is useful auxiliary heat in this room. There's no heat out here.
Yeah, it is.
This is the PV system. These are 2 inverters. This is the control center. This is what's called an MPPT, which is basically a current manager. It manages the voltage and amperage coming off the root to maximize the power available. It runs them across the top of the batteries to make sure the batteries are leveled, and then we sell it. Everything we produce, we sell, and what we need, we buy back.
Mm-hmm.
In reality, what happens is it goes out and then it comes back in.
Right, it just goes through the meter.
Yeah. So they meter our output, and we pay
Mm-hmm.
for what's on that meter.
I often wondered if the system, I know that used to TVA wouldn't buy it back. And they started that here, what, about 10 years ago or so?
No, they actually, 2005 was the first year that they had the green power switch.
Okay.
And we signed up for it immediately. We have the contract on this system is for